Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new today to my channel, my name is Pauline and I'm so happy to have you here today. So today you clicked this video probably because you wanted to see how to do a flawless foundation routine, and that's going to include highlighting and contouring as well. So this video is perfect for if you're a beginner, so this is a foundation routine for beginners too, and also if you just wanted to zhuzh up your foundation routine, just see what else is out there, see if you want to try something new. So this foundation tutorial is going to be easy. I'm going to try to also make it quick and just easy for you to understand. As I said, it's gonna be easy for beginners to also follow along. So if you need a simple foundation routine, simple highlighting and contouring, I'm your girl. Yeah. But before we get into the video, make sure you just whisper some sweet nothings to that subscribe button. Just tell it that you're feeling it, because I really feel like we're building a connection here, and I really love to see you back on my channel, and so it'll be easy for you to be notified when I post a video. All right, let's get into the video. Enough chit chat. So I have my cute little scarf on just to take my hair out of the way, and we're gonna start. I'm gonna draw you guys a little bit closer to me, so come closer, come closer. Okay, there you are. Don't be shy, okay? So the first step, you gotta have a nice prepped and primed skin. I'm gonna go in with a serum, and I'm gonna be using the Super Molecules Hyaluronic Deep Hydration Serum. So this is it, because it's very hydrating. So even though I have oily skin, so this is also a foundation routine for if you have oily skin as well. If you have dry skin, it's also going to work for you, but it's really going to work for you if you have oily skin. You don't want to dry out your face though, so that's why I avoid using mattifying primers, because they dry out your skin and then that's just going to produce more oils. So I like using serums because this way my skin is hydrated, which is really important for whatever skin type that you are. So my skin is hydrated, but it's not gonna be oily because there's no oils in this serum anyways. I'm trying to take care of the skin under my eyes more, so I'm an eye cream wearing ass chick now. Yeah, you didn't know? Now you're informed, okay? That let everybody know that I wear eye cream now, That's a new level of bougie. I just feel so bougie, like. So it's like an eye gel. So I'm just gonna take some of that. I'm gonna put that on my pinky, and yep, feels like luxury. Next, we're gonna prime, and I'm gonna use, this is a drugstore product. This is the Maybelline Master Prime. It's a hydrate and smoothing primer. Now I'm gonna try the Hourglass primer. So this is the mineral primer. So as you can see, I have the travel size version because the large size is 63 hard-earned Canadian dollars, and yeah, no. So when I was in the store, I was like, okay, Gina, we're just gonna go with the travel size one. Just get me the little guy, okay? Because I do travel, darling. I do. And we just laughed, ha ha ha. I'm pretty sure Gina knew it was because, I was eyeing that price like, what? But she was a good sport. She played along. You just need like a really tiny amount. Like she showed me, like you just need a pea-sized amount. I'm really just gonna focus it on my cheeks and on my nose. Okay, so the priming of the skin is done, and now we are gonna do the foundation. So I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Superstay foundation. So this is a drugstore foundation, and it should be easily accessible and very affordable, and it's also a full coverage, but you can shear it down a little bit. I'm gonna be using a kabuki brush. I started using brushes again, and actually really like it. So what I'm gonna do is just pat in that foundation with the kabuki brush. Depending on how much coverage I want, I keep placing the foundation in that area. So today I'm going for a full coverage because why not? And I like to put the foundation on the back of my hand first because it kind of just warms the product up and just makes it even easier to blend. So when I'm, approaching around my brows, I use the tip. So this brush is actually really good because it's angled. So I would suggest getting an angled kabuki brush like that, like this one, because it just contours to the face, to the shape of your face. And it also helps you kind of maneuver around finer points. Next, what I'm gonna do is do a bit of color correcting. I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. It's the orange corrector. If you have, if you're kind of my skin tone or a little bit lighter, orange color correctors are your friend. To just put that under my eyes where it tends to get darker. It essentially corrects darkness or discoloration, and to counteract that you need a different color. So for me it'll be like dark discoloration, and so an orange color will counteract that. For someone with like red discoloration, I think they use blue or yellow, I'm not sure, but yeah, so that's essentially what a color corrector does. And then, but you don't just go out looking like this, you don't just step out like, yeah, I'm corrected, no. You have to put another layer. So you can either do this under your foundation if maybe you're not going to use concealer, or you can apply this on top of your foundation, which is what I'm doing, and then applying concealer after. And you can see I'm really not using that much because although I do have discoloration, like it's not a lot. So, and now I'm gonna use my fave. I'm using, you know, the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm using the color Fawn. It's also important when you're highlighting to know your face shape and what you're trying to achieve from your highlighting. So I have quite chubby cheeks, and they're cool and all, but sometimes I just want to be chiseled. So when you're highlighting, what I've been realizing a lot recently is that you have to highlight for your face shape. So what I used to do was bring the highlight all the way here, but then that just highlights this part of my cheeks a lot more and makes them look chubbier. So that's not what you want. So you have to be more strategic, darling. So now these days I'm trying to stay in my lane by just keeping the highlight in that portion of my face, because then just this little part is highlighted, and then when we contour, this part is going to be contoured, so it just brings everything in more. So I like to also highlight around, just like totally above my lips. Cover. Now I'm gonna use my beauty blender, and I'm gonna try to stay as far away from dragging it all the way up here as possible. And then what's left over on the sponge, I just put it on my eyes. This concealer is quite wet, so if you let it dry a little bit, it'll be easier to control it. And I also just use this opportunity to blend out the concealer under my eyebrows that I used to carve them out. Okay, we're getting there. Look at that, look at that, look at that. I look kind of crazy. For my nose, I just always squeeze the sponge and then just use that, because I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I actually really love. Like, I love my Sacha Buttercup, but Laura's cool too. Take it. Also, you can use, wow, she's so flawless. Like, wow. I was really sleeping on her. Like, wow. So you can use a brush with this too if you like, but I honestly think that using a sponge like this really blends it out way better and gives it more of a flawless finish. This works clearly on any skin tone, and yeah, you can even use it all over your face. Okay, so now we're gonna contour, darling. And I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution foundation stick in F18. So this is quite dark for me. So it's gonna be perfect for my contour. Look at my face, I'm like, okay, I wanna go under my cheekbones. I'm trying to carve it out this way, right? So I kind of start from where my ear starts, and then I'm just gonna make little, this foundation stick is very pigmented, so I've learned my lesson about not being too heavy-handed with it. You don't need to be super, the line doesn't need to be super crisp because you're gonna blend it out anyways. So I should have stopped here really so that there's more room for the product to blend, but God is good. Okay. Oh, I'm using an e.l.f. sculpting brush. I like it because it's curved and so it kind of follows the shape of your cheekbones. Blending forward, you also want to blend up too because we don't want the line to be like harsh, you know? That doesn't look natural. So you want to also blend it up. We're actually later going to go back in with our sponge and then kind of fade things out a little bit. So even if you put too much, it can still be rectified. So it's not fully blended out yet, so don't be worried. I think for me, the contour stick, it slips less when there's more of a powder base next to it. Like, it still blends, but it's not like moving everywhere. And the lines are still harsh, but we're gonna blend that out. So didn't you? So now I'm actually gonna go in with my foundation brush and not picking up any extra product. I'm just gonna tap it in and it'll help me blend a lot better. It's looking a lot more blended, and if you have chubby cheeks like me, actually pushing up your contour onto your cheeks will help them look slimmer as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my CoverGirl Clean Powder in the shade Tawny, and I'm gonna take my e.l.f. powder brush, which I like because it has this kind of straight edge around, and I like to use that for my nose contour with this powder. I don't know why, but this is my favorite and easiest way to contour. It's like such a foolproof way, like it works every single time. Now I'm gonna take my MAC Studio Fix powder in C7, and I'm gonna use it to blend out that color. So you want to blend it out so it doesn't look like really unnatural. And then I'm gonna use to also set lightly around and just kind of blend in everything a lot better. I really like that powder. It makes everything so much more flawless. Honestly, it's crazy. My Mercier contour powder with just like an angled brush. And then you want to blend up. And you want to make sure there's no like harsh line of demarcation between your highlight on your contour. Like that's like the most annoyingly not cute thing. And believe I've had that happen to me a few times. Like you take some like pictures and the flash comes on, and the flash will just really tell on you. Like it'll just expose you and your failed blending abilities. And yeah, so you want to make sure that it's well blended and there's no segregation. Okay, I'm gonna use the elf blush palette. There's really only two colors in this palette that I can realistically use, and that's these two. So it's actually a really pigmented palette, so I suggest if you are gonna use this that you be very light-handed with it. With a light hand, I just like to brush on there. Like I barely even want it to show. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I see that it's a little harsh for me, so I just use my powder brush, and whatever is left on it, I just kind of use it to, I focus on the edges of where I place the blush and just use it to blend it out. Okay guys, I'm back and I just put on some lashes and did my eyeliner and some mascara on my bottom waterline, and that's basically it for the eyes. I just wanted to keep it very simple and just about the foundation. So now I'm going to set my makeup. Now that we're set, now is when I'm gonna put on my highlighter. So I'm gonna be using the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Bronzing Veil highlights. It's not too intense, so this is the one I'm gonna be using. I'm just using a little fan brush, just focusing it on the high point of my cheek. Don't go too low if you have large pores and all that stuff, because it's just going to highlight them even more. Down the bridge. Okay, so this is the final foundation routine. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really flawless in person and on camera as well. I can tell that Hourglass primer, I think it's the one actually. I think it actually did do something. I'm gonna test it out and use it some more, just in upcoming videos, and you know, just in other avenues of life. And maybe I'll even do like a review on it. So yeah, I really like it, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about this foundation routine. I hope that it helped you, and I hope that you're able to take at least one thing from this video. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up all around, and hit that subscribe button, girl. Just hit it, or boy. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off, but before I leave you, I'm just gonna put my next video right here. Yes, or my previous video, sorry. Make sure you check it out, because I really just want you to get to know me better, and you can do that by watching my videos. So thank you so much again for watching and for stopping by. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.